test wheel. So they're not going to be white, they're actually going to be black with a red core. And then the wheel hardness is going to be 90A, and the size is 59 millimeters. So it's a standard wheel size, standard profile. And the reason why we went with the standard wheel size and profile is because we went through and we looked at every single frame on the market and tried to find the best size to fit in frames, and that's why we settled on a 59 millimeter wheel, because it'll fit most every frame without any modification. The only ones that I don't think will fit are the 50/50 frames, and that's just because it's a millimeter too big. But if you decide you want to put them on your 50/50 frames, you can always channel out a little spot in your sole with a Dremel or something like that. I mean, people are doing that anyways for their wish frames and bigger wheels. Does anybody have any questions? I know we're a little ahead of schedule with the announcement, and that's okay. It gives us time to talk to you guys and field questions and everything else like that. I just got off the line with the distributors. We're looking at, they should be in country in July, so we're looking at doing a late March, early April pre-order. We'll give you guys from probably the end of March until the beginning of May for pre-orders, and then we'll be finishing up all the logistics side of the house, getting this, getting things distributed, getting things to shops and everything else like that. This is going to be a limited run this time, since it is our first run. It is our first test bed for wheels, and we wanted to see how everything was going to look, so we were vetting the market on this. I'm not going to give you the exact number of wheels that are going to be coming in, but know that you're going to have to be the first in line to get them. We'll put it that way. So if you want the Chris Edwards wheels, or you want the Craig Parsons wheels, Carlos Bowman, or the team wheels, you're going to have to be lining up at the door to get them, because once they're gone, I don't think we're going to do a rerun of these wheels, because I don't want to flood the market and oversaturate the market with a whole bunch of wheels. That's not what we want to do. We want to give you guys quality product, quality merchandise. What's up, Slack? How you doing? Do you have a question, or are you just saying hi? So, does anybody have any questions? I'm gonna hang out here for a little while just to kick it. Does anybody have any questions about the wheels? Where we're getting it from, why we went with the people we went to, questions about the company. I'm here to answer any questions or concerns you have. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird talking to myself on a camera and then trying to read everything. So right now I was trying to get a U.S. company to pour the wheels, but what happened is I couldn't get any U.S. companies to respond to my emails, my calls, or anything else like that. So we had to outsource the initial pour. We're getting our wheels poured through Racing Industries over in Shenzhen. So it is a Chinese pour, but we've been testing these wheels in all of the elements. I mean, we're talking below freezing temperatures, rain, snow, sunshine, heat in Texas, freezing in Texas, freezing temperatures in Ohio, torrential downpours in Virginia, cold temperatures here in Tennessee. So, and they are holding up better than I could have ever expected. Slack, you asked what holds future mold. The future for the wheels and the future molds and models for the wheels, I've got a very special mold and design. I already have designed, myself and Justin Thursday sat down and designed a wheel with a very special, very specific, distinct profile. That I'm hoping will be the next wheel profile that we can release. That'll be a US based company out of here in Tennessee. They're veteran owned, small business, and that's what I want to try to do. I'm trying to help promote small businesses and stuff like that. That's why we have the Blade community up. So if you do have a small business and you want to get on there, let me know. We'll get you put up on there because I want to promote you guys as well you guys are promoting us. Glyph, so far we've been testing these wheels going on almost 2 months. So they've been getting put down. And myself, I weigh 200 pounds, and I beat on my wheels pretty hard. Carlos is I think he's like 6'5", and he's about my weight, and he's doing flips and spins on them, and they're not even breaking, they're not even busting. Like I don't know if you saw the clip that he posted recently. He grinded a ledge, and the ledge from the top of the ledge that he ground to the ground, I think he said was 5.5 feet, and impact didn't do anything to just cause any problems. So yeah, the wheels are solid. Let's see, I think I missed a question. So all right, we've got some good questions. Does anybody, I mean, I'm going to be here for a little while just because I want to make sure that I'm here talking to you guys and letting you know what's going on. Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, and a lot of the guys that are testing these, so we tested 2 different sizes just because we wanted to get a feel for what we were looking at. So we tested a 64mm round profile that some of the guys have. They love them. They grip on everything: slippery surfaces, regular concrete, chunky asphalt, smooth asphalt, like masonite, skate light. They all grip. So we made sure of it. Now, the reason why we didn't go with the 64mm again is based on market research and what's going to fit what frames. And that was the deciding factor. Now, future pours, we may be able to do the larger sizes, 64mm, 62mm, you know, 72s if we have a market for it. But that's why we went with the 59mm. Mikey, they're all going to be 59mm wheels, simply because I'm not sure why, but I talked to 4 different suppliers, and each supplier said that, you know, a 60mm is a 59mm in all actuality, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me, because I know Conjurer's got a perfect 60, and I know there's a couple others out there that have perfect 60s, but that's why we're going with the 59mm, just because it's the base out of, you know, the camp that we're working in. Now, when I do get the custom or the molds for mine and Justin's design, those will be perfect 60s, and that's hopefully going to be within the next year or so that we can actually get the new profiles out. Sky, the price on the wheels, we're still working on that right now, simply because we've got to wait to find out what printing cost is going to be for each wheel. Because if you guys looked at the actual graphics on the wheel, every color has its cost, every color has its price. So right now we're waiting to get all of the final estimates back from the manufacturer so we can sit down and do a price point that's going to be reasonable for the consumer, but also provide a good royalty to the team riders. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you guys a good price on wheels, but also get Carlos and Chris and Craig some change in their pocket. So but yeah, so that's where we're sitting at on that. Now the pre-orders, like I said, you may have missed it. I'm working with my web guy. We're hoping to get the pre-order portion of the website set up late March, early April, and that's simply because of timetables from the manufacturer. For whatever reason, they're backed up due to supply and demand for wheels, or they have their other obligations that they have in front of us. But we're looking at having the wheels in country in July. So unless something happens, you know, some minor miracles, you know, COVID lifts, customs and import restrictions lifts, we might be able to see them in June, but more than likely we're looking at a July in-country, and then we should be able to have them out in August. But I promise you guys, I will give you guys notifications every step of the way on what's happening with the wheels, when they're coming out, when everything's going to be live, and then prices and packages, because there's some special stuff in the works for the pro wheels that are there. I'm working on trying to do something very special for each and every rider that we're doing. So there could be some really cool stuff coming here in the near future, and that's why we're not trying to rush the pre-orders. We want to make sure that we got good packages, good price points, and something that's appealing to the consumer. So, anybody have any questions about the company name? I know, like, it's a very provocative, very obscure name, very 90s-esque, very edgy. I'll gladly answer any questions you have about the company name and why it's named that, and the background of the company. So this is my time with you guys to let you know about the company, and not just the wheels. Let's see. Did I miss anything in the chat? Let's go back and look. Man, we got some riders in the chat. Oh, Gargamel's in the chat. What's going on, Craig? So, let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on these wheels. Let's see there. I'm trying to think, man. I skated them last night. Actually, I skated the demo wheels last night at Tyson McGee Park here in Knoxville, and I was skating the 59 millimeters on transition. It's a concrete in-ground park, but good transitions, smooth transitions, clean, and as much rain as we get here and as bad as everything gets like eroded and whatnot, the park is very smooth. I never lost grip once pushing through anything, carving on anything. So that speaks volumes for the urethane itself. I mean, everybody's looking for grip these days, and it's hard to find a 90 millimeter wheel that's got good grip but still soft enough to cushion when you land. And that's what we found with these, is they don't jar your teeth out of your head when you land, but they don't let you slide around when you don't want to slide. So that's a good thing. Right. Kick it around for a few more minutes. Does anybody have any questions? I hope you guys got to tune in last night and hear about Craig, man. That dude's been killing the game for so long, and I remember in the early 2000s when I was in Michigan skating, like the name Craig Parsons, he was a name in the Midwest, and it's funny, I do remember seeing him in Box Magazine and Daily Bread, and it was crazy to see that that progression and see him still killing it to the day. So I'm really happy that we're able to give him a wheel. He's very, very deserving of a wheel. Very, very cool, very chill guy that deserves it. So all right. Sit here and put my skate back together while I'm talking to you, so I might be able to skate a little bit after I get off the video chat. But let's see. Let's see. It's a great question there, Slack. So the guys and I, we've had a lot of roundtable discussions, a lot of late night phone calls talking about these wheels after sessioning them, and especially after Winter Clash, man. I know myself and Carlos and Craig put a beating on these wheels during Winter Clash, and they perform almost identical to the undercover wheels or the USD team wheels in this size, and that's I've actually got a set of the USD team wheels right now in the garage here over at the skate lab, and as soon as these wheels came in, I ran right out to the garage, picked them up, and I started looking at them, comparing them. Overall feel, texture, density, bounce back, everything else like that. These wheels feel, fit, and ride almost identical to undercovers, and undercovers 59 millimeters and the USD team wheel 59 millimeters. And even Carlos, who, this dude, like, he chews through wheels like, I mean, the Cookie Monster eating a chocolate chip cookie. I mean, it's insane. Just because of the way he does flips and everything else like that. It's hard for cores to take a guy his size doing the flips that he does without taking a beating. And he caught me the first day he skated them, and it was like 25 degrees in Virginia, and he threw flips non-stop that day, and they never broke, they never shattered, nothing happened. So that speaks to volumes of the core and everything else like that. Chris, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So Murdah Militia, it is a head nod to so many things, but the biggest one is a lot of people don't know that Brain Fear Gone is actually an anagram for Aaron Feinberg. It was the way it was expressed to me was nobody knew that Aaron Feinberg was a part of Mind Game when Mind Game first dropped. And then so when they released Brain Fear Gone and Feinberg had his section in it, everybody's like, oh my gosh. And then come to find out Brain Fear Gone was Aaron Feinberg's name all mixed up, and that's how they got Brain Fear Gone. Murdah Militia is kind of a similar type of thing. Inside the name, you've got the name Shima. If you rearrange some of the letters, you've got the name Murdah, which is right there at the beginning of it. Two of my all-time favorite rollerbladers. I look up to them. I've met Shima once. I wanted to meet Murdah, but it didn't get a chance. He wasn't part of the RFCC tour that came through Michigan. And then there are four, it's funny, there's three names, but 6 individuals. The name Chris is hidden in that. The name Murdah Militia SC as well. And Chris goes for Chris Edwards, the Godfather. Head nod to you, sir, for everything that you've done for the sport. Chris Hafey, because that dude pushed and excelled and destroyed boundaries on boundaries and advanced the sport faster than most anybody that I can honestly think of. As well as Chris Couture, who's a upper Midwest kid. I tried to mimic his Farfigdugans as a kid. I still try to do them to this day. If you want to see any of his stuff, you can find Chris Couture in Penniless, the 616 video Penniless, or Brad Bruce's video Broken, a couple of the other 616 videos, and then Chris Cheshire, because dude was just a phenomenal skater, and I think he should have got a little more play. But yeah, those are the 3 names, but 6 individuals that are hidden inside the name Murdah Militia SC. Look like I have a question here. Hold on a second. Sorry. Let's see. I'm trying to figure all this out right now. This is my first live stream actually having people jump in and ask questions and stuff like that. Let me hit that question. Oh, there we go. All right. So, yeah, it was. And then also, so I know the militia part of it kind of concerns people and scares people, you know, because like, oh, that's kind of it. That's it. The military feeling, the military being of brotherhood, like it's something. It's not something that you can express unless you've experienced it, and it's something hard that you can try to voice. And I'm going to do my best for it. The brotherhood, sisterhood, fraternity, you know, sorority of the military, that whole family genre of the military is probably one of the closest knit communities you'll ever find. We may talk the biggest crap about each other's services, branches, everything else like that, But it doesn't matter what branch you're in. It doesn't matter what you've done. If you've stood in the breach, if you've been there for your buddy, you've got your buddy's back, you've got your six. There's a special type of loyalty and love there, and that's something that I want to try to bring into rollerblading. Honestly, I miss the days when it didn't matter who you skated for, what you skated, how you skated. It just mattered that you skated. And the hate and animosity that I see in rollerblading now is something that I want to try to get away from. I want to go back to the days of, hey, dude, you got blades on your feet, let's go skate. It doesn't matter what you do and what you think. You know, it's all about what you do and what you love. And that's why I created the Murdah Militia, was to try to bring a little bit of that military love and unity into rollerblading. So that's why it's named that. It has nothing to do with current bearings or social standings or, you know, anything political. It's all about trying to bring that unity of love and cohesion. So let's see if I missed anything. Dude, I would love to know what happened to Jim Trimble. That's a fantastic question. If anybody knows what happens, man, like, yeah, I would love to know what happened to Jim Trimble. That dude was a beast. Hey, there's my co-designer right there, Rollerblading Only. If you guys want to follow RJ here, Rollerblading Only. Not only is he a good rollerblader and good videographer, he is a graphic designer. Shout out to RJ here, man, for helping us out and whatnot. He's like me. He's burnt the midnight oil for countless days. Oh, he is awesome, Chris. That's great to know that he's doing well. Nika, hi, how are you? Thank you. We're doing our best to bring you guys good products and stuff that you can identify with. And if you can't identify with our brand, well, let's find you a brand that can. So that's why the Blade community is there. If you don't like what we've got, well, maybe Blader Apparel or Triple C or anybody else that's going to be coming up here soon onto the Blade community. We've got updates going every other week or so, just because we're trying to make sure that we get all the proper information going up. Shout out to, I'm gonna drop this right now. Fruit Tech is actually going to be joining the list of the Blade community here soon. Jonathan Hayes' his new company. Hasn't dropped yet, but he's got some special stuff in the way, so big shout out to him and Slack family. But all right, yeah, we're trying our best to promote community and promote unity. That's what we really want to do. Yeah, John is pretty legit, man. I'm hoping to get down there, and I'm hoping to get down to Chattanooga here soon to skate with him. I've been putting it off for too long. It's only like an hour and a half away, but you know, I know, man, those torques are so legit. Shouldn't have said anything. But yeah, it's looking good. I really like what John's doing with that whole scene and whatnot. But yeah, I really appreciate the guys that ride for the team. I appreciate what everybody's done for this team, because I don't just have guys that ride for the team and I support them. These guys support me. They push me. They do everything they can to keep me focused and keep me on track, which is a good thing. And I treat these guys like family. They can call me any time of day or night, and that's what I want to do. Is I want to try to help them out. So they're my family, and I treat them as such. So, oh man, we got France in the house. The Blading Physio's there. What's going on, man? How you doing? And so, I agree. Those torques, they should be an industry standard, because they don't bend and flush out like a hex does. But what do we know? We just skate the parts. Why? Who said that? All right. So this video, I'm gonna make sure it gets saved to my phone. I'm going to upload it and get it shared to the company YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to the company YouTube channel, you can just jump on to YouTube and type in Murdah Militia, and you can find us there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where we've got all of our team profiles so far right now. The Count, Flipper, Squints, RJ, we just had, Gargamel came up, and then last week we released Jeremy and Joey's profiles. So they're there on YouTube. Check them out, share them around, let your friends know about them. And so, but give it a few more minutes for anybody that's got questions or concerns, or just wants to question. Oh man, that's what I'm here for, man. Like I want you guys to be as informed about this company as you can be, because I want to make sure that my customers know that I'm honest and I'm sincere about what I'm giving you and what you're getting. So it's going, dude. It's going slowly but surely. I'm finally healed up from my pulled calf muscle. Thank you for asking. I was able to skate in Winter Clash, and I didn't have any issues or any pain, so I've been stretching and strengthening my legs up and everything else like that. So hopefully it's 2021 right now. I'm hoping in 2023 I'll be able to get that 260 mile ultra skate in, starting at Mackinac City, Michigan, and skating down to my hometown of Muskegon, Michigan. That's right at 260 miles. I'm gonna try to get that done in about 5 days. I'm trying. My wife's. We're still sitting down working on the actual plan to get everything worked out to where I'm getting the best possible routine, skating distances to get myself prepped for that. And I've reached out to a couple other guys that have done ultra skates to get their input, and I'm taking that into account. I know. Arnav Sonic, he put me in contact with some people that have done longer distances than I've done that I want to do. So I'm very appreciative to the Blade community for being able to rally behind me on this, and hopefully, maybe in that 2-year time span, I'll be doing that ultra on my own wheels. Any ideas on attracting new talent for the team, or keeping it family style? That's a fantastic question. It's been tossed around and kicked around a little bit on bringing some other people into the team. We definitely would like to get a Bladey on team. We had Chrissy Haas on team for a little while, but due to her personal things, she was, that she has to be, step back from the team, and there's no hard feelings or animosity. I don't want anybody to skate that doesn't want to skate, so she stepped back from the team. I still got much love for her. I love enjoying watching her skate and doing her thing, and still give her love all the time on the regular. But we do have an opening for a Bladey on the team, and there may be a few more openings here soon, depending on what happens in the very near future. But either way, it doesn't matter how big this team gets, it will still be a family style thing, because I will take interest in every rider and get to know them and who they are as a person and as a rider and their style, so I can be a better team leader. Because we're like, I don't count myself as the owner of the company. I count myself as a team member. That's my team, and I stick with them. So that's what I try to do, and that's how I try to present this. Is we're a team. We're all in this together, and we're making the best of everything that we can do. So, all right, y'all. We're probably gonna be calling it quits here in a few minutes. I'm at the 30-minute mark, and I just wanted to you know, give a few more minutes and let anybody else trickle in here and there. That's a great question, RJ. There are some junior skaters that I am looking at, and it's one of those things where I want to reach out to. I would love to just, hey, I want you to be on my team, but I also want to get a feel for the parents and talk to the parents before I do that, because I want the parents to be okay with their kids skating for my team. Because if we're going to influence the generation and we're going to bring the next generation of rollerbladers in, we need to start with the parents and getting the parents' mentality and how they feel about rollerblading as a whole. Do they want their kids to do it? Do they want their kids to be able to take that calculated risk on rollerblades? And go from there. So I'm looking, man. We'll talk, RJ. there are several up and coming junior bladers of both sexes. Pink wheels. Pink wheels. I would love to do pink wheels to match the pink hoodie that we released. But right now, because of the way the suppliers are running and everything else like that, the minimum quantity requested is an astronomical number. So I would love to be able to do that, but that could be something here in the near future. Maybe next year, maybe winter season, I can get some hot pink ones dropped, and I mean hot pink. Excuse me. There's also another significant color that may be coming, and it just cause it's something near and dear to my heart. So I'm going to keep that color close. I'm gonna play it to the chest. But I will tell you this, that in the near future, depending on how this pour goes and how these sales go, there will be 3 guaranteed colors coming. There will be a bright fire engine red wheel coming at some point in time. There will be a neon pink wheel coming at some time. And if I can make it happen, there might be a special type of swirl in the works. I just got to find a company that's willing to pour it. Those are some of the names that are on the list. Yes, Chris, I've been watching them. So I just gave you guys a tease on a little bit of tease for what's going to happen in the future, how these, depending on how these wheel sales go. And again, it is going to be a very select, limited quantity for all 4 wheels. So when they go out and they go live, you might want to pay attention and jump on them quick. I'm working with getting distributors set it up right now for worldwide distribution, for not just wheels, but also like the soft goods, because I've gotten requests from the physio in France, I've gotten requests from Tel Aviv, I've gotten requests from South Africa, and even all the way down to Australia for hard goods and soft goods, and I'm working that issue right now. Little Bryce Blaze. Alright, I'll take a look at that one too. Yes, it will be almost that color red to match your mittens. Yes, it'll be very, very close to that. Yep. So, let's see. I'm trying to think. So yeah, yeah, that's usually my go-to time killer. I'm doing better at trying to work on my public speaking. I've had some people reach out to me and tell me, hey, you can do better, a lot better with your public speaking, and I've been trying my best to do that with not having so many fillers and stuff like that. But any other questions? I'm gonna give it another minute or two and then I'm gonna close it down. If you have any questions, you guys can hit me on social. All of the socials, you can catch me here on Instagram, Facebook Messenger, YouTube. I'm there. I'll answer your question, and as fast as I can see it come up is usually about as fast as I can get it to you. hey, you know, we are all human. You know, the minute you take the human aspect out of rollerblading or life itself, life becomes dull and becomes monotonous, and it's not fun anymore. Why not have fun with life? Why not just be a person and not try to fit the normal standard and mold? Be you, be happy, and be what you do. I love rollerblading. I love everybody. If I could give everybody a hug in the world right now, I would, just because everybody needs a hug every now and then. So, alright, y'all. If y'all don't have any questions for me, I think I'm going to call it quits. If you want to know anything about me personally, and if you guys have any ideas, you want me to go live and try to bring team riders in for meetings and interviews and stuff like that, where you guys can talk with us and the team riders, let me know. I can talk to the guys and see if they'd be interested in doing that. Maybe once a week we can bring a team rider in and you guys could chat it up with them, ask them their influences and ideas, and see where they want rollerblading to go and what they want to get out of rollerblading. Or you can maybe just, you know, put them in a dunk tank and throw baseballs at them. I don't know, but you know, we can find something fun to do to keep rollerblading fun and interesting, and bring it back to what it was, and bring it back to even more than what it is and could be. Because honestly, we're all athletes, no matter how you look at it, and I think we all belong in the Olympics, and I think that's where we should try to push to, because that's my personal goal, and a couple other guys, we want to try to get rollerblading into the Olympics. And if we could do that, it would be kind of an amazing thing, wouldn't you think? So, alright, y'all, I'm gonna call it a day. I got some other stuff I gotta take care of. I got some design work and whatnot I've got to work on. Let me know how you're feeling, let me know what you're thinking, and then I'll get back to y'all the next time. Until then, y'all, take care. I'm gonna close out the same way I close out my YouTube channel. Peace, love, and rollerblades. I'm out.